All right, y'all know why we're here. We are here to talk about Coming to America, the sequel. The original came out in 1988. That makes it 33 years. All my learned people, 33. This movie was about 25 years too late. Lots of fan service, some good points. Lots of fan service, lots of homages to the original, which was welcomed. Rest in peace to Madge Sinclair, who played Queen Eleon. She had recently passed away a few years ago. And also, I don't think, Jake, the bodybuilder guy, he wasn't in this one either. Jake Steinfeld. I was looking forward to him being in the car when Akeem said, "Stop" or "Halt," and some little nerdy guy popped out. I was like, I know Jake Steinfeld. So, rest in peace to Madge Sinclair. And it's funny because I was just watching Convoy, the trucker movie with Chris Christopherson and Ali MacGraw, 1975, and she was in it. I was like, oh, Madge is in this movie. I did not know. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so it's Lisa and Akeem's 30-year wedding anniversary. They have 3 daughters. The McDowell's franchise is in Zamunda. Akeem is practicing stick fighting with his daughters, which is a good father-daughter moment in this movie. But I must say, unfortunately, the agenda is in this movie. And by agenda, I do mean a feminist agenda is in this movie. I'm not going to get too crazy with it, but it's in this movie. The oldest daughter, Mika, is anxious to get married. How fitting, or how ironic in these times and days. General Izzy, played by Wesley Snipes, is mad at Akeem for not marrying his sister, the one that had played by Vanessa Bell Calloway in the original, that she was still barking. That was not necessary, but I get it. It was a crass joke. They were supposed to unite the nations, so Historia, the country that he rules, is currently in a cold war with his Zamunda. Then Izzy proposes that his oldest daughter, Akeem's oldest daughter, Mika, marry his son, Edie, played by the kid from Power, Dre, Big Nose Dre, right? So then Akeem rebuffs. So then Izzy plans to assassinate Akeem because Akeem has no male heir to take the rightful place of Zamunda. There's a spiritual advisor by the name of Baba, who's ironically played by Arsenio Hall. Jaffe Jaffer can only pass on Zamunda to a male heir. Baba tells Akeem he has a bastard son. Semi. So they do the flashback scene when they're in a club. So Semi tells a story of how this came to be. Semi and Akeem brought home 2 hood rats. Semi did his thing while Hakeem was with Mary, played by Leslie Jones. She gave him a contact high, and then she had sex with him, and they conceived a child. Joffrey kept it a secret because he was hoping that Akeem would have produced a son, but he never did. Joffrey wants his funeral while he's alive. So then Morgan Freeman is narrating. Lots of guest appearances, and this was hilarious. Michael Blackson was one of the lieutenants for General Izzy. So Morgan Freeman narrates the funeral. Mind you, it's a funeral while he's alive, right? He's in a coffin. The whole time they're performing, he's in a coffin. En Vogue and Salt and Pepper show up to perform What a King. There's a tribal dance. Gladys Knight then performs Midnight Train to Zamunda. Joffrey dies during the ceremony. General Izzy plans to assassinate Semi to take Zamunda. Semi and Akeem go to Queens to find his bastard son. Lavelle is his name. He's 30 years old. He's a ticket scalper. He's in an interview with Calvin Duke, the grandson of the Dukes. And if you remember Trading Places, Mortimer and Ralph Duke founded this particular company called Duke Digital, and this is the job that Lavelle's applying for, and he's interviewing with Calvin Duke, the grandson. There's a picture, it's a portrait of Mortimer and Randolph which is a nice ode to Trading Places. So it was a nice little shout out to them. So if you're a Trading Places fan, do you understand what I'm saying at this point? And you will recognize those guys in the portrait. So then obviously Lavelle flunks the interview. Calvin mentions the need of the lack of fatherhood in black males' lives, right? So someone's been listening to this space, I guess. Akeem visits the barbershop. They mention gentrification. There's a joke about Nazis, Me Too movement, and child support. Lavelle is a ticket scalper. Akeem is dressed in the same Mets bomber jacket from the original. Lavelle brings Akeem and Simi back to meet his mom, Mary, and his family. Mary isn't sure. She admits to being a hoe. Everybody rejects Akeem's offer. Lavelle changes his mind after seeing a gold bar that Simi had dropped from a suitcase. Mind you, in this entire movie, no paternity test. You would think the king of an African country would require a paternity test. No paternity test was used or even mentioned in this movie. Lisa is upset she didn't know about Lavelle. Lavelle and Mary meet Semi's Lavelle and Mary meet Akeem's family, the daughters. Mika, the oldest, resents Lavelle. Rick Ross is one of General Izzy's lieutenants. He informs General Izzy that Akeem has retrieved his son. Lisa wants Akeem to circumvent the laws to make Mika the sole ruler of Zamunda after Akeem's passing. The law is it has to be run by a male. Feminist agenda. There's more of it to come. Lavelle is enjoying his new life. He gets a royal bath. Mary has her own male bather. Lavelle meets his royal groomer. Her name is Marimbe, and she puts on him a princely lock. General Izzy shows up and offers his daughter to Lavelle. They perform some rap song thing, Get Off from Prince rendition. That was not needed. Lavelle agrees to marry Izzy's daughter in a week. Mika questions Akeem. Lavelle then has to pass 3 princely tests referring to culture, critical thinking, and courage. All right, Lavelle has self-doubts and vents to his royal groomer Marimbe. She tells him to walk his own path. He brings Uncle Remus, or Uncle Reem, played by Tracy Morgan, out to Zamunda as his consigliere. Lavelle then learns the family history. He learns the culture. Babar, the elephant from the original, makes an appearance. Okay, that was cute. Mika then confronts Lavelle. They then bond over hardships of being cast out or being written off. She helps him come up with a plan to bait and switch the lion to retrieve his whiskers. The retrieval of the lion whiskers is the courage test. He ended up covering the trap in cat food to get the whiskers. Final test is Lavelle has to get circumcised. It turns out to be a joke, right? And so then the guards, also symbology, the guards are wearing fezzes. For those that are, want to, are up on that stuff. Lavelle and Marimbe joke about sequels. Women are not allowed to own businesses in Zamunda. They share a kiss. Lavelle is then coronated as prince and dances with Purpurtall, which is Izzy's daughter. Uncle Reem and Semi become friends. Lisa gifts Mary a diamond necklace from Bulgari. Lavelle then asks Purpurtall what she likes. So it's the same scene from the first one when Akeem had asked Vanessa Bell Calloway's daughter, well, what do you like? And she keeps responding, whatever you like. So Lavelle asks Purpurtall, well, what's your favorite movie? She responds with whatever you like. Lavelle says he wants a connection. She says she's just a wife. Once again, find it odd that you hear a lot of men complaining about they want a submissive, non-combative woman that's not going to question anything, and yet these male characters, go with the women that will have their own mind and speak their mind and kind of buck back. So then Lisa and Mary do the Humpty dance. Lavelle asks Marimbe's father, who's played by Dikembe Mutombo, nice appearance, to talk to Marimbe. Lavelle then overhears General Izzy gloating about using Lavelle as a chess piece between the two nations, between Astoria and Zamunda to broker peace. Lavelle then flees with Mirembe and his family back to Queens. Lisa and Akeem argue. She says he lost his way. Lisa says because Mika is a woman, she can't rule. Lisa kicks Akeem out of their bedroom. So Lisa wants Akeem to circumvent the law, change the law to have Mika run everything, to be the sole ruler. That agenda. So then Cleo, Mr. McDowell, played by John Amos, and Akeem have a heart-to-heart. Cleo then asks Akeem, what do you think his mother would say? Akeem goes to America to get Lavelle. Lavelle and Mirembe are about to get married in the church and being presided with Reverend Brown over the nuptials. Izzy then shows up to the palace looking for Akeem. Reverend Brown is referred to as a sexist man of the cloth. Mika then fights off Izzy's bodyguards. Semi and the other two daughters show up to help turn the tables against Izzy because he planned on taking her prisoner. All right. Akeem shows up to the wedding. Akeem then blesses their union. Mirembe wants to be married back in Zamunda. Lavelle and Mirembe are officially married in Zamunda. Akeem changes the law to make Mika ruler after his passing. The agenda. Lavelle will be a Zamundan ambassador to America. So obviously you reduce the man's role in a kingdom that he was supposed to rule by rightfully. Akeem has open trade routes with Historia. Akeem then brings back Randy Watson to perform with Sexual Chocolate. They perform We Are Family, and they bring out the Peach Twins. Remember in the original, the twins they were trying to get at, the rapping twins, all the guys want to feel my breast. They bring them out. They're big as hell. Mind you, it's been 30 years, but they're big as hell. And so then it ends. So everyone's happy. Everybody got what they wanted. Unfortunately, Purpurtall has not found a husband to be subservient to. But the woman that has her own opinions and ideas have found a husband. Okay, 25 years too late. It was nice, the nostalgia, to bring everybody, and I mean everybody, back from the original. Even Paul Bates, who plays Oha, Mr. She's Your Queen. The original players, band members from Sex with Chocolate, they also were here. So it was good to see everybody. All of the other guest appearances were a nice touch, but this movie was 25 years too late, and with the feminist agenda, kind of put a damper on things. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all have a good one, baby. I forgot. Lots of hand gestures, symbols. Once again, my people, you know what to look for. A lot of hand pyramids in this movie. Like, I think damn near everybody flashed a hand pyramid in this movie. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace.